Welcome to Tycoon Global Media Podcast. Today we have Mr. Vasudev Loon. He is a very renowned businessman, a globetrotter, and also an expert marriage counselor. He started his journey from a mechanic. He became a boss to author, and now he is running a very renowned and expert marriage counseling division. So today we are going to have a very interesting session with him about marriages and how he is expert in marriage counseling. So welcome, Mr. Vasudev.
Thank
It's
you.
really good to have you in our Tycoon Global Media Podcast.
Before I come to the subject, I think it is important how a person makes a progress. Progress goes with the ambition of a person, but the opportunity will happen and mainly depends on the determination of the person himself. I am a solid example. My father was in a very poor position. From there, I made the studies. When partition took place, I was only matriculate. I did all my studies in the evening. I used to study in Birla Mandir, lights in the streets. And that is how then I did MA and MBA. And thereafter, since I did the MBA, I said this is the best education that I could take. Now I can make progress whatever I want. And that is how I went forward. This is one aspect. Second aspect is, if you start something, there may be certain aberrations here and there, but your motive must remain. You must focus on your this with determination. Never think, no, it is not possible. Everything is possible, provided our project, what it is, we fully analyzed and started with. So this is one part. Second, as far I am concerned, it is not only that I was the mechanic, now I will take myself that I am multifarious. And all marriage, as for marriage guidance is concerned, I didn't know anything. It just started. Because I was retiring, I said what to do. Then I saw so many divorces were taking place. So then I happened, I should say, to start the marriage guidance. This is how it is, even if you don't know, if you are determined and you have the logic and you have a success behind, everything is possible. And I am a full example of that.
So, as a very acclaimed marriage counselor, the way you have taken up marriages and counseling, it has evolved a lot. So, how it's evolved and what is the specialization in it basically?
I do my marriage bureau. If you go by name, it is written Marriage Guidance New Concept. Guidance means we are to do the counseling. New concept, I will say, all bureaus they arrange the marriages, while I believe, no, counseling is very important and inform the people or the spouses as to what is necessary. It is not the marriage is just a happiness. Marriage, it also creates many implications, many difficulties. And it is also a source of progress of life. And the life, how it is, that is how I counsel it.
So, sir, you have, invented a technique called emotionally, therapy technique. So, what is all about basically?
See, basic thinking, whatever you do, you must enjoy that. And what I do, suppose I am doing the marriage, I meet so many people, not on my level, otherwise, and whatever it is. But I try to put myself in that condition. Because my main purpose is what? My main purpose is, as a social worker, I must try to convey to the people as to what are the present requirements. And for that, I discuss with the parents, I discuss with the boys and girls, and whatever the parameters as for their biodata is concerned, if there are certain contradictions, I prepare fully before and then discuss individually with each.
सर, हमारे बहुत सारे ऐसे दर्शक हैं, वो जानना ही चाहते हैं कि आपके मैरिज ब्यूरो का नाम क्या है और आप कैसे डिफरेंट रिलीजन, हिंदू है, मुसलमान है या सिख है, कैसे इनके मैरिज को आप साकार कर सकते हैं?
As far as I am concerned, first thing is, it depends when you want to deal with certain, I should say, people, then you have to be, it is very sure that whether you are secular or you are a orthodox, As far I am concerned, I am secular. For me, all are human beings, whether these are Muslim, Hindu, Christian, whatever it is. In my biodata, everybody is there. So there is no community or religion discrimination. When the marriage is to be done, preferably I will say it is better if a person does the marriage in his community. Why it is so? Because marriage itself creates so many problems. So if you are already creating a different, what is called intermarriages, then you are creating more problems for you. But if it is a love, then love takes everything over. In general, it is not the same. In general, then what happens? When you marry in the same community, then you are accustomed to what is called the rituals, systems, eating, whatever it is. So that there is nothing to prepare in that. Whatever are your habits, suppose you marry with a South Indian, suppose. South Indian, they take the food with the hands. But in the North, we don't take that way. So that creates so many problems. So it is better one should marry, if possible, in the same community. That is what I suggest to them. And if they tell me, why you don't say that in inter-community we are secular people, I will say yes, I don't object to it. But whether you fully love the person, if you love the person, then all whatever comments I have made have no meaning. When you go for the love. But when you go for the love, in the society you will face many problems. You will face many problems in your own family. But don't bother for that. Then see that my wife is the priority and she is my love. And I am love for her and I will do everything, whatever it is.
So, sir, right now, lots many modern couples, they are having many challenges.
Yes.
Compatibility, you can
Yes.
say. So, how do you see these challenges? और आप उनको क्या एडवाइस करना चाहेंगे ताकि वो उसको कोप अप कर सकें?
First thing I tell them, it is important as you go for exam in the colleges or otherwise, you make your preparations. When you come for the marriage, whether the biodata, whatever messages have been sent, whether you have studied them, if you put on that to your parents or somebody else, then it means there is no interest because you are live with a person. Since you are to live with a person, you must take that seriously as you take for the exams. Hence, biodata, you have to specifically study yourself, prepare it yourself as to what are the items you like, what you don't like, so that when you meet, then you be very precise in that collection. And then I tell them the system, how to meet the people. I say, generally people, when they meet anybody, they will see the facial complexion. They will talk a few words here and there and say yes or no. I say no. Everything needs to be prepared. That is why I say how to select a partner. How to select a partner means I put in 3 categories. One is optional. The other is when we will meet. The third is these are my habits which will never change. Now my habits, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it that I am taking a companion. Then the companion should be there to whatever my weakness is. The companion must be able to compensate that. That is called complementary. When we marry, we become complement to each other. We develop the caring and sharing. And then it is very important. Certain people, they say the freedom. Freedom is I thinking. But when you two people marry, then freedom to some extent will be curbed. Because your aim is what? Your main is to marry, have a family, make progress, and have some person of confidence whom you can say something, whatever it is. And old age you spend, all children will get married or get settled. Then you remain with your wife, and then it means if you love, if you do this, so then it is very sure that you will pass your life very happily.
So, sir, मैंने सुना है कि आपकी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है वो प्री मैरिटल काउंसलिंग कराती है। आजकल की जो शादियां हो रही हैं उसकी जो फाउंडेशन है वो इतनी स्ट्रांग नहीं होती। आपकी काउंसलिंग ऐसा क्या एडवाइस करती है, क्या है उस काउंसलिंग टेक्निक में जिससे कि शादियां जो होती हैं वो और स्ट्रांग हो जाएं और अच्छी हो जाएं?
देखिए, जैसे मैंने कहा, आप किसी जॉब में जाना चाहते हो, उससे पहले स्टडी करते हो।
राइट राइट राइट।
When what academic qualifications we have taken. That academic qualification gives us the confidence and gives us the possibility to get interviewed and take the job. It is in the same manner. If we want to marry, if we study the literature, there will be so many people here saying here and there, whatever it is, some will be happy, some will be unhappy. But if you read the literature, what I have specifically written, pre-marriage in the colleges or otherwise is very important. And in pre-marriage, I said you know what are the limitations, what are the happiness. And then I have come into this. Lastly, I said, when you have made up your mind and engagement is done, now you are getting married, then in that situation, especially the girl will be very much, I should say, terrified. I am going to a new house, what will happen? So for that I say, she should take the counseling from the mother. Mother will tell, when I got married, what was the behavior of your father? What was the behavior of my in-laws? What was the behavior otherwise of the family? And how I have managed. It is an example and you are the product of that. If I can do it, certainly you can also do it. And if you can adjust over here, why not you will be able to adjust? And then I will say, as far as girl is concerned, hardly there are, I should say, a year or two which are difficult. Thereafter, the entire life goes with her. So if you can manage for two or 3 years, then entire life is with you. And if you want to observe that, then you see in your own family, see your own parents, how they are, and in old age, how the father, who at the certain stages more or less was commanding, and today he is accepting everything what the wife says. And she is the owner of almost everything. Whatever she says, everybody accepts it. Why it is accepted? One, the person is retired, then all the children, whosoever is, mother is their first love. They get everything done through mother. Father will say, okay, I can do, I will think, I will do, I can't do, and all this. But mother will get everything done. So that is how they become children and mother. They become one group. I won't say anti-father, but still in reality of life, the father remain aloof because he more or less has been, what you call it, at a distance to give a little bit impression somebody is there at a distance who is controlling it. But mother is not the same. Mother is a love. Sometimes she will get angry, sometimes she will be happy. So she is a product of total love. So there is a difference between father and mother. That is why in whole life when we feel the difficulty, we say, मेरी माँ बाप को बहुत कम याद करते हैं.
राइट राइट सर. तो सर अभी पिछले कुछ दशकों में डिवोर्स इन मॉडर्न सोसाइटी, डिवोर्स का चलन बहुत हो गया है.
बिल्कुल.
इसको कम करने के लिए, कंपैटिबिलिटी लाने के लिए क्या आप एडवाइस करते हैं? व्हाट इज योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सेज कि क्या इसको कोई प्रोसेस है इसका कुछ, या कुछ हम काउंसलिंग बढ़ा सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें?
देखिए, जैसे मैंने कहा, फर्स्टली लेट मी एक्सप्लेन to why divorce will take place.
Right.
I think divorce will take place because you are moving from a system where you more or less you have full freedom. And in the colleges and colleges or I should say universities, you have been what is called co-education. You are moving with the boy and the girl, and there You never bothered about this, that he is a boy, he is superior, he is junior, neither the boy himself. So you all take yourself as colleagues. And then suppose girl has taken some subject and the boy says, no, it is not okay as far as professor is concerned. I am talking to the class. Then the girl will not accept that. She will try to, I should say, explain everything without any fear what the boys are thinking. Because when she has taken that habit, not to take fear of the boy or whatever it is, and I must, whatever my ideas are there, I must support them and explain them. And when they get to marriage, they carry the same thinking, which is not the case. Because there you were in open freedom, whatever you wanted to talk. Here you two people are living together. Two people living together needs an adjustment and understanding. Or then I will say, as for understanding is throughout the life, understanding continue changing. Man's thinking continue changing. Habits continue changing. So it is not that one should be only concerned with that. This is how I take it. And then I say, as far divorce is concerned, mostly these are taken, what is called ego. These are taken by ignorance or by, I should say, by parents, by friends, certain colleagues, certain temptations, they are working because of promotions. All these things they go on, and in life, what happens? Suppose everything in the husband and wife, something, there will be a little bit discussion or clash, something. And mostly in office when they are working, the colleagues which are shrewd or the boss who is shrewd, they will observe, today she is disturbed. They will call and have the sympathy. And thereafter the life will start. That is one of the reasons which creates divorces. Second, as I have said, before you go into what I have written, I should say on what is called divorce, I have said principal subject on that. I said divorce is not the happiness. Happiness depends on the individual, how a person can mold it. If you can't mold, be sure when you will leave one and take a divorce, you will be supposed to, rather you will be compelled to be more submissive. You will have to change yourself more. You will have to accept whatever the other person is saying, because you will be in a weaker position. You are not in the same position as you are getting in the first marriage. You are a needy person, and after divorce, it is not the same condition. Market becomes less, and temptations become more. That is how, at the past experience, whatever it is, will always recall you, and you will continue thinking, perhaps the past was better and this is wrong. And the life will go. Unless you decide, okay, I will live alone. That is another subject that I will discuss later.
तो सर ऐसे क्या इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैं जो कि एक सफल शादीशुदा लाइफ को अच्छा बनाते हैं? आपकी एडवाइस या आपका समेशन इसमें?
पहली चीज, फॉर मी, if a person want to have a, I should say, amicable, very happy life, it is very important to make a selection of your companion. And when you make a selection of your companion, as I have said, how to select a partner, that is very important, because that becomes the foundation. After foundation, it becomes the understanding that how the marriage life goes. Now, there are two ways. One is, as I have said, you must study literature, you must go into this, and then you also see those who have divorced, how is their life? Are they feeling happy? And if they are living happy, then you go a little bit further. See when they are crossing the young age, what is their life? You will generally find they are regretting, they feel distressed, they find none to take care of them, and the entire life of old age, the woman starts it or they take retirement. Up to the end, they continue repenting whatever has happened in life. So I will say, don't get into that. Marriage is very important. One must get into marriage, and marriage demands respectability, adaptability, sharing, caring. Your pinch is my pinch. So if we do all this, then I don't think. In my present thinking, I have gone into this. Don't go into engagement. Don't go into marriage. 3-4 months, you meet each other. Then the girl will be going to the husband, boy's house. Boy will be going to his, I should say, the girl's parents. Now, frequently they will find these problems, whether the boy takes the decision or the family is taking the decision, how they are receiving her, what are their attitudes, what are their habits. So, in 3 months or 4 months or whatever it is, they will be able to know exactly what is called the adjustment. Since the moment they feel adjustment is okay, then they go in for marriage. If it is not, they should refuse it. It is in the same manner as the boy and girl before.
So idea is that you are recommending that courtship period should be there. शादी से पहले बॉय और गर्ल को ज़्यादा चांसेस मिलने चाहिए ताकि वो मिले और समझे एक दूसरे को.
You see, there are. If I see the present generation, they agree with me. If I see the parents, especially I should say, Baniya community, Muslim community, they generally are more conservative in these things. So it depends upon their. I will not go against the ritual. My job is to tell them that you should change yourself with the present situations. If you don't change, then what will happen? You will impose yourself, your systems, and our systems are of the past life what we have spent. They are living in the present life, and the present life depends what is called boy and girl. And when our marriages were done, then it was the parents who were deciding, and we were accepting as a fate. Now that fact is not there. Since it is not there, I tell the parents that you should change your attitude. And if you don't change and you get them married if you want in the manner you want, then what will happen? Suppose that doesn't go well. Then they will blame you. Firstly, it is possible they may not marry. Second, it is possible throughout your life you will be blamed. Why do you want to take the blame? They are adult. Leave them as adult. Let them take their decision. They have to live their life. Why you interfere in this? But each person has his own thinking. My job as a counselor is to listen to them, then explain them politely, with logics, with reasons. Then it is possible. Now, as for suppose, there are certain girls who are working. If the girls are working, then it means the parent has accepted that the present life. If that is not there, suppose the girls, generally in Baniya community, very few girls, they go for the job. In, I should say, Punjabi family, most of the girls, they go for the job. Now, Punjabis are more open, while Muslims and I should say these Baniyas, they are more conservative in that. But each thing has its importance and I should say disadvantages. There nothing in life is perfect. Now if you take this Baniya community generally they come from the family which is a united family. They are not that much criticism. Their obedience is most important, and that remains in the family. While in Punjabi, it is not the case. There is more openness. And since it is openness, what I have suggested that they should do it is very easy. But if we go to the Baniya community, If they do it, that is perfect. If they don't do it, but still their system, whatever system is, the girl goes more or less, I should say, in my system, there is 100% change. As far as Bhagniya community is concerned, where the girls are not coming, they are 50% advanced. They are not 100% advanced. So those who are educated, they agree. Those who are not, I don't force them. It is their own ritual, it is their own system, their own thinking. My job is as a counselor to tell them what is good or what is bad. They have to think over it.
There are lots many religious and cultural sensitivities there when it comes to marriages. So when you counsel, do you have a compatibility assessment that you are able to assess whether these two families or these two cultures are able to compatible each other or not?
Firstly, I have told you, when we do the biodata, generally they go by the religion.
Okay.
So when they will come for the meeting, it means the biodata which is gone over there, what I call 50%, in which entire information is given, except the address and the contact is not given. Location is up to location it is given.
Given, okay.
So then they are able to know it. What is the boy we are thinking, and what are, as we call it, social status, education, income, all these things they can see it. So when they come for the meeting, it means they are already prepared for it. Then, as I have said, my job becomes, I study their biodata, then I see where there are contradictions. So I clarify the contradiction first with the boy as well as the girl. And thereafter, I make them, the families meet as with the boy and girl individually meet. So I don't go into their rituals because when they are coming, they are not coming from what is called inter-communities.
Okay.
They are coming from the same community.
So compatibility is always there.
Now I will give you an example. There was a marriage of the Mohammedans. I went over there. I stayed there for 1 hour. By the time the marriage, this has happened. When I went over there, all Muslims, they were sitting down on the ground. And I wanted to give some gift or some flowers. I went over there, I gave it. Everybody was surprised how an Hindu can come over there and wait further and then he is coming and all that. So it all depends. What are you thinking? If I am secular, I don't bother. If I am orthodox, perhaps I will not do it. So rituals, when you are a secular, you accept all the rituals, whatever these are. Each ritual in every society, they have certain, I should say, special norms, and norms have certain advantages. If they don't have these, I should say, certain norm which changes, then you have seen in Muslims, Shia and Sunnis. In Hindus, in Punjabis, you have also seen in the same manner. In Baniyas, there are so many communities, so many sects. So this is a life. In the life, when we do anything, certain things will develop. As I will say the example, there was a time when I saw the pants were large, even larger than your feet. And today I think they are just tight so much that they stick to your I say legs. And then I see what has happened. You see, the new one, they cut it. They cut it and show it from there.
Right.
And then I see the girl, they are opening up everything. The man is covering everything. There is change. Now, why it is happening? Because the people who has got something, they generally become satisfied or lazy with that. And the girl, they are running fast because they think in their life and generation they have been, I should say, suffered. Now, since they have suffered, they are fighting it in life.
Right.
And also the law has also given the power, what is called women empowerment. So all these things, if you see today in life, the girls, I see generally in IAS exam, sometime I see it. I see even from those girls who were working, I should say, of the constable, and today they have become the IAS, they can IPS and all that. Now, that is a different subject where I will come in if it is needed, that what job they should take, what job they should not take, what are the disadvantages of those jobs, what are the advantages of those jobs. Those who believe that they are equal to men, then they don't bother for any job. Those who think that I am a girl and I have feminine, I should say, personality. When feminine personality shows that there is a difference of physique or otherwise between the man and the girl. And that if the girl accepts that, then there are certain professions she will not take. For example, I will give you, if you take support to the police job, whatever it is, all the time she is dictating this crime, this is done, that is not done, all that. And when she would come to the house, do you think that habit will not continue in the house? It is natural.
It will be.
What you continue doing daily, it is naturally that in your own behavior that will come into the life, it's real life itself. So either the husband should accept it, the wife, if the doesn't accept, then break will be there. So it depends upon, I should say, there are two ways. If the girl is working before, then the man has to think that I am marrying a girl who is working in this profession, whether I am from the same profession, it is okay. If he is not in the same profession, then he must be very much prepared that I am looking to their certain advantages, and in certain advantages, I have to go to submission. Whatever her habits is, I will mold myself rather than she molds. Then it will work, not otherwise.
So, sir, we have seen in this present time, live-in relationship is there. Not only in India, it's a Western culture, we have taken in India also, we have seen. And this has come, evolved also, not only in metros, but in tier 2, tier 3 cities also. So what do you suggest? It's good for the bride and groom, or you can say it's bad. And what is your perspective on this?
I said all systems, whatever it is, they have advantages and disadvantages. If you go into social marriage, in social marriage, in general, it is a thinking, more or less, man is a man, girl is a girl, and there is a submission. And division of our work is there. That she is to look after the house, she is to look after the family bringing, and the man will continue earning and all that. That is how it goes on. When you go in, if you see the past generation, whatever it is, there has been so much coercion. Now from coercion, it came into what we say today, the love marriage. Now love marriage doesn't take anything into account. As far as India is concerned, love marriage still takes, in general, the community wise. But if you go to foreign, they don't bother on this. It is not community wise. Maybe certain people, they are fed up with their own community and they go to a different community. But in general, then idea comes in that we are the nationals. Since they are nationals, so generally marry with in their own community. So this is one part. Second part is, as question has been put, whether marriage is good or live-in is good. Live-in is an arrangement of living together. It is not a binding. When you marry, it is a binding. But when you marry, in marriage there are, suppose that break comes in, then you go into divorce and legal systems, there are so many problems and so many years it takes. Now, in order to avoid that, then live-in arrangement comes in. And in foreign, the government, they have given the same right to the married or live-in couples, the same rights. There is no difference. But I believe if you take live-in arrangement and the marriage, I will suggest it is better to go into the marriage rather than live in arrangement. If you go further, if you want to go further, what I have tried to write, a stage is coming in what is called homosexual. When it is going to homosexual, it means you continue accepting everything.
Everything.
What is, then you see why homosexual. Homosexual happens because you have got all this that when we marry a girl, then we get into so many other issues. When you get, I should say, homosexual, in that there is no obligation. While in this, there is always contradiction, there is always, I should say, tomorrow divorce takes place, then it means you have to give this, but rather, sometimes it also comes, what I call it, marriage by separation. You decide before that whatever inheritance will come in, your inheritance will remain with you, what is there, it will remain with them. But whatever you earn remains there. Suppose you earn a lot, then she becomes the 50% that, or you don't want to give it. And that is how all these things, then homosexual and all these things, they go on. Because they see all negatives. And I am of the opinion that is wrong thinking. That is just an illusion. They don't get into the real life. Now, suppose homosexual, I will tell you. In homosexual, it is the same thing. One person will be comparatively a rich person or a strong person. The other person will be submissive person. It is the same. The only difference is there will be no contradiction. In this, with the girl, there will be some contradictions. That is the only difference. Since there are certain contradictions, when a person believes that when two persons they are made to live with each other, they have to compromise, they have to accept each other, and their entire life in office or everywhere in society, every day they are adjust. They can't live otherwise. Then if you see the advantage of the marriage life, they are much more than otherwise, because you both work together to bring the family to the higher level, children, higher education. You are always ambitious to progress. When it is live-in arrangement, okay, it may be there, but it is not the same passion as it can be in the marriage. This is what I think.
Sir, earlier the marriages used to happen through newspaper. Now the technology has taken a shift and people are more technology savvy and they're looking for a life partner through technology. And there are many frauds are there. So how do you see your counseling or your organization will help them to actually make them bona fide choices?
Before getting into the marriage, firstly is that okay, you biodata or otherwise you meet each other, all this goes on. Then what is important comes to the inquiries.
Yes.
Whether the person, what are his habits, how he believes, what is he thinking, he is gender bias, whatever these are. Now, in the present, previously, there were small villages and people knew each other. There were relations were supporting each other. And today, individualism. In individualism, go to office, nobody will take responsibility.
Yes, yes.
Even as neighbor, we say each other good morning only in the lift. Otherwise, we have nothing to do because today thinking is if I say something, I will disturbing him. Before that, it was a love, and today I think I am disturbing him. And I give an example. Take it. At the time we used to salute, and today we bend and salute, and today say hi. Hi is enough. See the difference.
Right.
Everything is changing. So if we don't change ourselves with the situation what it is, then it means we will not be able to. I will give you an example. There was a time we never saw that the girls were dancing. And today you go to any marriage, it is essential that the girl and the boy, they will dance. And we coming from the, I should say, old generation, if we don't learn a little bit, I should say, move our hands and the legs, we will be left over behind. They will say, leave him there. Let him be happy with that. So we also love that our children should continue dancing. We enjoy it.
Yeah, right.
And if we participate, it becomes more, I should say, more joyful.
Right.
So what I call it in life, transformation is very important. Those who transform, they live with the life with the children in any manner very happily. Those who don't change, they generally, I think, regret, suffer in life, and they are not able to adjust with the present generation.
So, sir, we would like to hear some success stories in which you have given a counseling and things has changed drastically. With your experience, vast experience, we would like to know more about your success story, sir.
You see, I will tell you, there are two aspects. When I started, at the time, it was little work. I used to participate in the marriages. Go there, give some gifts and participate in the marriages. Then after some time, I felt when the marriage was taking place, I became emotional. As if my own daughter is getting married. And then I left it. I said, no. If I continue this, then I won't be able to do my job.
Right.
And then my job further, as it increased, so I didn't have the time. So I left that. Now, further it comes, but you have asked about the counseling. When I counsel the people, in counseling there will be all types of people will come in. There will be even, I should say, IPS, military captain, and so many people they come in. Now it all depends when you explain whether I am looking to their status, I am looking to the expertise what I have or the experience I have or the thinking I have. I don't fear anything. I talk them very freely. And I listen to them. So long as up to this life, I have invited so many young boys, so many young girls, parents. Hardly sometimes some question is asked for to elaborate. Otherwise, nobody has given me anything what I know. I invite the question, but they don't have the question because I explain them that thoroughly that they are left with nothing. That is the situation.
Right.
And why so thoroughly? So thoroughly because I have started from the ground. And today I have reached a certain situation where I have seen all parameters of life. And I have been, I should say, in India with the Indian culture, I had been foreign for 35 years. So I have seen in Paris, particularly, a very open society. So I have seen all these things, marriages also, joint families also. So since I have really passed through all these life, so I think it is very easy to give the answers. Then further it comes. One is this, if you make progress, in making progress, I think it is very important, apart from mission and all that, what is called logic. And I am a person of logic. And since I am a person of logic, let any person, I wrote the other day, if a person is not, I should say, all the time shouting, then how should you behave? That's my article written on that. So I believe no explanation, understanding, taking a person as human beings is very important than just continue shouting, barking and all that. So these are different approaches. If you as suppose I should not talk on that. We say I have written what is called democracy is an illusion. Our Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of the party. I say no, he is the Prime Minister of the nation. When he is the Prime Minister of the nation, then he should leave the party or remain member of the party, but should not go there and preach for the party. When he is preaching for the party, he is downgrading his own position.
Right.
And the same happens in the family. In the family, fortunately, unfortunately, our love goes to the person, to the child who is not that active or who is not that hard working. Parents generally think that that child should also be supported so that he come to certain level. So this is how it life goes on. And in that also I suggest the same thing. No, the elder son or whosoever has helped in the progress of the house must be explained that if he comes more or less to the same status, it will help you in the society, in your own relationship. Ultimately in life, you need your own families, your own relations, your friends. If you don't do that, what I called, the life is built of 5 pillars. Wife and husband, then children. After children, then come in your relations and friends. This is how I think these are the foundations and you cannot live otherwise.
Yes, sir. So, sir, two things we would like to know. One, what all books you have written since you're an author in matrimony services and counseling. And we would like to know more about those books content, like what all things, what all these books are serving for this.
I will tell you. You see, when you write anything, it means you are convinced this is the subject which will interest the people and this will help the people to understand from my experience. That is why you write. Now, my first writing is what is called Marriage Encyclopedia. That gives how different type of marriage is related with. And that gives how to select a partner. That is what I have explained you earlier. Then I go to pre-marriage and guidance. That is what I wanted to introduce into the colleges and this, so that the children, when they are getting out of this and getting into job, they must know, as they know other literature, they must also know what are the implications of the marriage. That is what is called pre-marriage. Then I went to after marriage, marriage conflicts come in. So my third book goes in, after marriage their conflicts develop, how to solve these. I think 90% of the issues I have covered in that, and I have given the answers. But you can't give answer for everything, because anything that we do, we take what is called the grounding and certain platform. Thereafter, then it is our own logic, our own thinking. That is how we move on, and that is we differentiate between our progress and going forward.
So, sir, you are into matrimony services and counseling services. You are a very, seasoned entrepreneur. So, what you will suggest and advise our fellow, viewers who wanted to get into matrimony services, basically, or they wanted to expand their business, or they wanted to have your franchisee, or they wanted to, connect with you for these services.
I will tell you, it is unfortunate. The government talks, people talk. One is business, one is a social service. For me, it is a social service, but all matrimonials, it is I should say, a business. When you take it as a business, then you look from business angle. You don't look from, I should say, advising, guiding and all that. As I said, pre-marriage, if they put that into syllabus, it will help. If the government gives certain grants, organizing those people like me, if they help and certain conferences or today if you see, they saw the skill development. Now they have developed some scheme, what is all, they will promote the skills, whatever they have, inventions have been done. Now likewise, if they see that today there are so many divorces they are increasing, it means they have to find an answer for it. Now, if they want to find an answer for it, it should be a social organization. It should not be a money organization. If the social organization, then government exists for this, they have to contribute for that. And if they contribute for that, they make so many conferences, as you see in business, this, that. They should also go into this, okay, divorces are taking place. We will arrange now, call certain authors or certain counselors They should come over there and express their views as to how it is to be done, how I should say, this can be curtailed. People will put their question, we will be more enlightened, and we will be able to reduce this. Because education, wherever education there is, the person is enlightened, or what will be consequences, then I think the divorces, they will get reduced.
Reduce. So, sir, do you recommend that the pre-marital counseling should be incorporated in schools or colleges so that the compatibility, when a person is looking for a match, the compatibility they can understand?
Yes, that is why anything that you go for a job, you do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
When you do in the same thing, profession, as you continue increasing, it is the same. You will be, if you put it as a syllabus, you are giving this as elementary education.
Education, okay.
You are not giving the total, how the life will go on. Elementary, you are telling it, these are the types of marriage, these are the difficulties come in. And as I said, there are certain, I will not talk that what the marriage, what after marriage, what conflicts come in. And my idea will be to explain them, don't think that marriage is just a player. What are the implication increase, and how you have to behave in this, and how with the present life you have to change yourself, take the girl also more or less as equal than behaving as earlier.
Okay.
So this will help people
To build.
Once they have, you see, for any progress, foundation is essential. So this, I think, pre-education will be a foundation and knowledge, and thereafter everybody has to move with this. لڑکی کو لڑکے کی طرح سارے جاب لے لینے چاہیے یا نہیں لینے چاہیے. میں نے ان کو کہا آپ جو جاب لیتے ہو اس میں ایک پرسیپشن ہونا چاہیے. If I want to behave like a man, it means I am taking this, میں اپنی وہ سچویشن لے رہی ہوں, not as a girl, I am taking the position of a man, military ہے, یہ ہے, جو بھی whatever it is, then it is my profession, I should go into this. اگر میں یہ سمجھتی ہوں کہ نہیں, لائف میں جا کے بچے بھی ہونے چاہیے, گھر ہونا چاہیے, اور جا کے پروگرس جو ہوتی ہے وہ ہوتی چاہیے. اگر میں اس چیز کو سوچتی ہوں تو جو پروفیشن ہے جس میں جا کر کے ایکسکلوژن آتا ہے, جس میں جا کے کنٹرولنگ آتا ہے, فرض کیا میں اگر جا کے پولیس کانسٹیبل بن جاتی ہوں یا IPS آفیسر بن جاتی ہوں تو میرا رول کیا ہوگا؟ میں تو جنرلی جا کر کے کنٹرول کروں گی, کرائم ہیں ان کو بیٹ کروں گی, ان کو ساری پنشمنٹ دوں گی. تو جب میں گھر میں آؤں گی تو میرا بیہیویئر کیسے ہوگا؟ ہو سکتا ہے کہ میرا ہسبینڈ جو ہے سبمسیو نہیں ہے, میرا ہسبینڈ مجھ کو بھی جا کے کوشچن کرتا ہے, تو آئی ول ناٹ بی ٹالرنٹ اینڈ بریک ول کم ان. تو اگر ہم نے سمجھنا ہے کہ ہم نے میرج چلانی ہے اور وہ اچھا پروسیس ہے, تو تب جا کے کئی پروفیشن وہ ہوں گے جو ہمیں نہیں جانا چاہیے.
جیسے کہ سر, جیسے کون سے پروفیشن
جیسے ملٹری ہو گئی, جیسے پولیس ہو گئی, جیسے جا کر کے اب یہ تو اب جب آپ اگر دیکھو آج ایک فائنانس منسٹر ہے ہماری, ٹھیک ہے, اور ہم اس کے ہسبینڈ ہیں, آپ اخبار میں دیکھو گے کئی دفعہ ان کے کنٹراڈکشنز ہوتی ہیں. جو ہماری اپنا وہ سارا جا کے آپ دیکھو, سارا بجٹ بنتا ہے, ڈسکس کرتی ہیں, یہ کرتی ہیں, اور ان کے ہسبینڈ ڈفرینٹ ویوز رکھتے ہیں. تو ان کے گھر میں کیا ہوگا؟ گھر میں دے آر لیونگ ایز ہسبینڈ اینڈ وائف, اٹ از اوکے, بٹ ایک ہوتی ہے ہارمونیس ریلیشنس. وہ ہارمونیس ریلیشن اگر فرض کیا فائنانس کے اوپر ڈسکس کرنے بیٹھ جاتے ہیں, اس کے اپنے ویوزوں سے جا کے لڑائی کر کے سوئیں گے. شادی کرتے وقت سیم پروفیشن کا ہسبینڈ لینا چاہیے یا نہیں لینا چاہیے؟ سیم پروفیشن میں لیتے ہیں, اس کا ایڈوانٹیج یہ ہے کہ ہماری سیم پروفیشن میں پروفیشن وائز پروگریس ہوگی, بیکاز وی ول بی ایبل ٹو ڈسکس سرٹن کنٹراڈکشن فیس. ان کے اب وہ ہیں, میں ہوں, تو تم کافی کچھ جیسے جا کر کے जज के साथ किया जाता है तो मेरी काफ़ी प्रिपरेशन होगी। या कुछ सब्जेक्ट मैंने नहीं किए, नहीं कर सके, तो मैं उनको दे दिया भाई आप करो। दूसरा उस स्टेज में कहता हूँ कि आपने अगर करना है केस फर्क या फाइट करना है तो आप ये करोगे, एक को आप अपोनेंट बना दोगे, आप आर्गू करोगे, आप कहोगे आपको आर्गूमेंट ये पसंद नहीं आई, यू पुट द क्वेश्चन। तो जब आप कोर्ट में जाओगे तो यू आर ऑलरेडी रेडी विद द कंट्राडिक्शंस एज वेल एज द आंसर्स, यू आर परफेक्ट। बट when you come to the house and you do on the profession discussions, either you don't have the children, if you have the children, then this doesn't work. Then why it doesn't work? Because you will all the time be putting in the same
सिचुएशन।
जो भी प्रॉब्लम लेके आओगे वही प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करोगे, उन्हीं प्रॉब्लम में वो भी डिस्कस करेंगे, तो बच्चों की तो कोई केयर करेगा नहीं। लाइफ में वो सक्सेस करते हैं, दो किस्म के आदमी होते हैं। कई वो होते हैं जो जाकर जनरली हम अपने कैरियर के लिए दिन रात दफ्तर में काम करते हैं, या बॉसेज हैं उनको प्लीज़ करते हैं प्रमोशन लेने के लिए, तो वी डोंट कम बैक टू द हाउस इन द नॉर्मल आवर्स और फिनिशिंग द वर्क, लेट आवर्स वर्किंग होती हैं। अब मैं उनको जाता हूँ कि नहीं, जो जाके ऐसे करते हैं उसका नतीजा क्या होता है, जब रिटायर होते हैं देखते हैं देयर चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट सेम एज दे वांटेड देम टू बी, बिकॉज दे आर नॉट गिवन देम लव, दे हैव नॉट गिवन देम द, आई शुड से, their issues, their problems, what life have been problem, they have not listened to them. They have been just running after the money, that the money will make them progress. And the other wife and the husband, there is a difference. Husband is more or less comparatively a little bit fear, and mother is just like a friend. There is a difference. So when the suppose father has the time, comes in time, so then he can ask how their day is gone, what have been their problems. Maybe they have fought with certain colleagues, maybe they were not happy where they are studying, or they are not happy with their professor. So I must go to the what is called the I should say parents and the professor meeting. The more I will go in, the more I will be able to enthuse them that I am one of them to give them the solutions. If I do that, then what will happen? Between the two, suppose my children, they have gone into good positions. It is possible they may help me in the monetarily, but as far love is concerned, that will not be the same as I have been participating with them. Now in life we need only the money or the love also. I say it is better to balance both. If we don't balance it, then we regret in some manner or the other. And then when I go over there to meet certain, I should say, officers and all that, I have a system. Now if you want to know that system, I will explain you.
Hindi.
How you can balance your house and as well as your, I should say, your office. I say everything goes with the planning. How the planning should go. Suppose some person comes and there is a complaint. I listen to his complaint. I call the assistants. I ask them. I call the assistant how much time it will take. He says it will take 1 day. I say the other person no. Now it means in 1 day the entire whatever the crux of the solution he has given and that is there. When the person is coming, it will take 5 minutes. If I don't do that, it will take 1 hour because he is sitting until the reply has come in. This is one part. Second part, suppose I have done this, certain exigencies come in, or the person who has come is not that convinced, he takes more time. Then in my planning, I have said this job is to be done. Normally in the morning, we are comparatively less performer than in the afternoon. Because afternoon we know that we have to go to the house. So then it is better that we have planned for the morning as well as evening. Then we continue cutting it into hours. Because when we know that this is what I was to do it and I will not be able to do, then I will rush up for the next. And it is possible, during that time my boss calls me. And he has called me and whatever I was to do, I could not do it. Then it means I should prepare in my group certain people who can substitute me. If I have prepared the person who can substitute me and I count on him, then I will give that job to him. That initial job he has done it, I have just to go through and give my own views. So it will take little time. But many a time we feel afraid. If he learns everything what I have, then my job will not be secured. Those who take this, what is called delegation, those who think that way, they will never progress. Because if you want to progress, progress goes by delegation. You can't do everything yourself. So you believe in delegation, continue giving to the people, and then what will happen? You will improve yourself. How you will improve yourself? Because the person he has prepared it, you are just going to what is called the thinking, thought process. You are not going to detail of this, how to prepare. So the more you go into the thought process, the more you will become the planner, the more you will go higher up. And your decision will become quicker. You will become a good decision maker. Now, as far as I am concerned, I will tell you, as far as my personality goes, I say I am a quick decision maker and rarely my decision will be wrong. Now, how to do it? Now, doing this, it is said, whether the जो है वो प्रॉब्लम आपको घेरे या आप प्रॉब्लम को घेरो. जो तो प्रॉब्लम से घिर जाते हैं वो कुछ नहीं सोच सकते, उसी में फंसे रहते हैं कि ये हो गया कि इसका क्या इलाज है, इसका ये होगा वो होगा, उसी में. जब आपने वो प्रॉब्लम आपके सामने आया, आपने बाकी सब कुछ छोड़ दिया, कंसंट्रेट उस प्रॉब्लम के ऊपर. जब प्रॉब्लम के ऊपर पेशेंटली कामली आप कंसंट्रेट करोगे तो आप डिफरेंट ऑप्शन ढूंढोगे. फिर उन ऑप्शन में आप देखोगे कौन सा बेस्ट ऑप्शन है. जो बेस्ट ऑप्शन है दैट विल बी योर डिसीजन. फिर अगर जैसे जैसे आप लेते गए, जैसे जैसे देखते गए, अब आपको सक्सेस मिलती गई, तो यू बिकम मोर, आई शुड से, कॉन्फिडेंट कि जब मैं डिसीजन लेता हूँ वो मेरे डिसीजन ठीक होती है. बिकॉज दैट परसेंटेज विल शो यू कितने आपके. अब फर्क आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, वेदर टू डू प्रिडिक्शन और नॉट टू डू प्रिडिक्शन. ऑल जितने इलेक्शन होते हैं मैं उनकी प्रिडिक्शन करता हूँ. प्रिडिक्शन में जा कर के कहीं जाके हम फेल हो जाते हैं. अब जितने मेरे ये प्रिडिक्शन हैं इनमें नॉर्मली इस दफ़ा जो है वो मेरा तकरीबन समझ लीजिए 80 to 90% ठीक रहा है. जो मैंने किताब लिखी, डेमोक्रेसी जेनुलियन, इकट्ठे मिले, ये हुआ, तो जाके आज आपने देखा है डेमोक्रेसी हैज बिकम टू स्ट्रॉन्ग देन इट वाज बिफोर. ठीक है जी, आज ये नहीं है. तो अब उसका फ़ायदा क्या है? वंस आई डू द प्रेडिक्शन एंड आई एनालाइज इट कि ये ठीक नहीं है, तो मैंने उस वक्त जाके ये लोगों को लिखा है. आई थॉट कि हाँ जी, जो कांग्रेस है या इंडिया है, दे विल कम इन टू पावर, दे आर नॉट कम इन टू पावर. आई सेड दिस इज सम मिसकैलकुलेशन. आई वर्कड ऑन दिस कि डिफरेंट स्टेट्स हैं, डिफरेंट स्टेट्स जो हैं वो ये आकर के इसकी टोटल करेंगे तो जा कर के 70% आपका या 67% आपके अपोजिशन चलती हैं और 30% के करीब जाके आपकी जो बीजेपी जो कंट्रोल करती थी. आई वर्क ऑन दैट अजम्पशन. लेकिन ये नहीं सोचा कि जो था मैंने कि जैसे अब प्राइम मिनिस्टर का है, एक वो हार रहे थे, उसके बाद वो जीत गए, तो EVM बिकेम अनदर. तो आई विल नॉट पुट कि हाँ जी EVM या EVM हुआ, ये हुआ. आई विल से नो, आई एक्सेप्ट कि मेरे से ये गलती हुई.
तो सर, मैरिज एंड सोशल आइडिया آپ کی ایک بہت اچھی بک ہے, تھوڑا اس کے بارے میں بتائیں کہ اس میں کیا کیا ہے بیسکلی بکس کے بارے میں.
وہی میں نے آپ کو کہا ہے, اس میں بیسک جا کے جو ہے میں نے یہ کوشش کی ہے, دس مائی فرسٹ ایفرٹ.
ٹھیک ہے.
اینڈ ان دیٹ فرسٹ ایفرٹ میں نے کچھ میرج بتائی ہیں کہ میرج کس قسم کی ہوتی ہیں, لیکن میرا ایمفس جو سارا گیا ہے وہ یہ ہے ہاؤ ٹو سلیکٹ اے پارٹنر.
اوکے اوکے, جو آپ کا میرے خیال سے پری میرج,
یہ ہاں پری میرج میں از این ایجوکیشن ٹو اے پرسن بفور the person finishes this, then they have to go for the job and thereafter they have to go for the marriage. So the elementary knowledge they should have. That is how I gone into this, and I have put in bracket syllabus.
Yes, you put it in
Because my thinking was it should go into the colleges.
تو سر یہ ساری بکس ہیں, یہ انڈر میرج گائیڈنس نیو کانسیپٹ کے انڈر آتی ہیں.
بالکل
جی. تو اور آپ نے جیسے ایک بک اور لکھی ہے, اس کا نام ہے آنسرس ٹو فیملی کانفلکٹس اینڈ آفٹر میرج, اس کے بارے میں کیا سر بتائیں گے؟
ایسا ہے کہ جب آپ یہ سوچتے ہو کہ میرج ہونی چاہیے, جب آج سوچتے ہو میرج ہونی چاہیے اور آپ دیکھتے ہو آج ڈائیورسز ہوتے ہیں, تو پھر اس کی کاز تو دیکھو گے نا, کاز کیوں ہیں. اگر کاز کو انالائز کرو گے اور اس کی کتاب آپ لکھو گے کہ کیا کیا ریزنز ہیں, تو لوگ اتنے انلائٹنڈ ہوں گے. So that is why it went into this. جو پرابلم آتے ہیں ان کو میرے حساب سے کیسے حل کرنا چاہیے.
تو سر ویسے کون کون سے کازز ہوتے ہیں جس میں کہ میجر میرج کانفلکٹ آتی ہے؟ یعنی کہ
میجر کانفلکٹ تو بہت ساری چیزیں بتاتا ہوں آپ کو. میجر کانفلکٹ آتے ہیں, ایک یہ ہے جو میں نے کہا کہ آپ نے پہلے پراپر سلیکشن نہیں کی. دس از ون پارٹ. پیرنٹس انٹرفیئرنس, خاص کر کے مدر انٹرفیئرنس ہیں. آج کل تو ٹیلی فون بہت آسان ہے, آپ جا کے بیٹی سے پتہ کرو گے کیا حال ہے, کوئی نہ کوئی تو گھر میں کچھ نہ کچھ تو بات ہوگی. وہ اتنی سی بات ہوگی تو ماں اتنی بنا لے گی تو نیگیٹو شروع ہو جائے گی. تو آئی سے مدر شوڈ ناٹ نائدر دی گرل. آپ اپنا فون ماں باپ کو کرو, ضرور کرو, لیکن کرو اس وقت جب کہ آپ اپنا ٹھیک طبیعت میں ہو. ڈونٹ کنوے ٹو دیم, کیونکہ آپ اگر ان کو یہ کنوے کرو گے ہو یہ ایشو ہو گیا, وہ کیا کر لیں گے آپ کا. They will aggravate the situation, they cannot find the answer.
ٹھیک ہے.
جب وہ آنسر نہیں کر سکتے then settle yourself rather than get to your parents.
اور کیا کیا کازز ہیں کانفلکٹ کے سر؟
دوسرے کنفلکٹ آتے ہیں جس کو کہتے ہیں, میں نے آپ کو کہا کالج اسکول میں اکٹھے پڑھے ہیں تو ہمارے میں ہم برابری ہے, وی آر ایکولس. اور جب شادی ہوتی ہے خاص کر کے انڈین سسٹم میں, اس وقت میں نے جو لکھنے کی کوشش کی ہے, شادی کے بعد ہم بیوی کو سپر میڈ سمجھتے ہیں.
صحیح کہہ رہے ہیں سر آپ.
آئی وونٹ سے میڈ, آئی ول سپر میڈ. میرے کپڑے تیار نہیں, میرا یہ تیار نہیں, مجھے دفتر جانا ہے, اس نے بھی دفتر جانا ہے, لیکن نہیں میرا یہ تیار نہیں, وہ نہیں, یہ سارا جا کر کے. تھرڈ آ جاتا ہے, اگر تو جا کے مطلب جوائنٹ فیملی, آپ کی لڑکی وہاں گئی ہے, تو جب وہ وہاں جاتے ہیں, وہاں جا کے کیا ہوتا ہے, لڑکا جو ہے وہ جو اپنے ماں باپ سے سارا جگہ, مدر بھی جا کے تقریباً کھانا کھلاتی ہے, سب کچھ کرتی ہے, وہ چاہتی ہے میری مدد ہو, لیکن یہ نہیں چاہتی کہ وہ جا کے وہاں جا کے اس کا جا کے اس کی کچن میں جا کے کوئی کچن سنبھال لے یا اس کے بیٹے کو جا کے کھانا دے دے. نہ, کھانا وہ خود دے گی اور ایکیوز کرے گی ہاں جی وہ کام نہیں کرتی. ایک چیز ہو گئی. دوسری, جب شادی کر کے آئی ہے وہ اس کا تو سارا پچھلا سارا لنک ہی ٹوٹ گیا. ہسبینڈ از دی اونلی آنسر. اور ہسبینڈ جو ہے وہ اپنے ماں باپ کے شائنس میں یا ادروائز جا کر کے, تو وہ جا کر کے ان کی سائڈ میں رہتا ہے. اس کو سمجھتے ہیں جیسے اسٹریجر ہے. کوئی ڈیسیجن وغیرہ جو بھی لے رہے ہیں وہ ابھی اس کو بھی جب 6 مہینے 8 مہینے سال یہ ہو جائیں گے, ان کو کوئی کانفیڈنس ہوگا, تب جا کے اپنا بنائیں گے اس کو, ادروائز چیز اسٹریجر. اور وہ اسٹریجر میں کنفلکٹ شروع ہو جاتے ہیں. ہو بھی جاتے ہیں, نہیں بھی ہوتے, ڈپینڈ کرتا ہے. جیسے میں نے کہا, اگر لڑکی یہ سمجھتی ہے کہ ہاں جی یہ تھوڑا سا ٹائم مشکل ہے, میں ایڈجسٹ کر لوں گی, ٹھیک ہے, تو ٹھیک ہے. جس کا میں آنسر دیا, اگر آپ پہلے جا کے 3-4 مہینے تو وہ سچویشن آئے گی نہیں. اگر وہ نہیں کیا تو یہ سچویشن آئے گی. اس سچویشن میں ٹالرنس چاہیے پھر.
اور سر کیا کیا ریزن ہیں کانفلکٹ کے؟
آدمی کتنا بھی کیوں نہ کر لے, میری اپنی تھنکنگ ہے, مین از اے مین. وہ چاہے ایکویلٹی کے لیے پریچ کریے, کہے سب کریے, سب کچھ کہتا رہے گا, ہاں جی میں ایکول پارٹ دے دیتا ہوں سب. جس وقت ایکسٹریم سچویشن آئے گی اس وقت اس کا برین اس کا چلا جائے گا, اس کی جو فزیک پاور ہے وہ آگے آ جائے گی.
سر آج کل دیکھا گیا ہے ایکسٹرا میریٹل افیئرس جو کہ شادی شدہ لوگوں میں مین اور ویمن دونوں کی طرف ہی ہیں.
ہاں اس کا جواب دیتا ہوں.
ہاں
ویسا ہے فارن میں کہیں تھوڑی دیر کے لیے کچھ آدمی کچھ بھی ہیں. فارن کے ہمارے بچے ہیں, اور بچے جو ہیں ہم چاہتے ہیں کہ ہم اگر سیپریٹ ہوتے ہیں, ڈائیورس کرتے ہیں, تو اس کا نتیجہ یہ ہو جائے گا کہ بچے افیکٹ ہوں گے. تو پھر ہم کہتے ہیں کہ چلو جی آپ کو جو اچھا لگتا ہے آپ اپنا رہو, اور جو مجھے اچھا لگتا ہے neither you going where the wife is going, neither the wife looks to where the husband is going. رات کو آتے ہیں اپنا ٹھیک کھانا کھانا کھاتی ہے, سو جاتی ہے, بس. It is living for the children. It is not a living as a husband and wife. So it is a compromise where they living the life whom they love it. At the time they are not divorcing it, it will affect the children. So it is a compromise. Now whether it is good, it is bad, it is a different question. میں سمجھتا ہوں یہ جو بھی ہے, یہ سارا جو کہنا میں بچوں کے لیے کرتا ہوں, یہ کرتا ہوں, یہ تھوڑی دیر کے لیے ہوگا. کچھ دیر کے بعد جس کو لو کرتے ہو آپ وہیں جا کے جھک جاؤ گے. اور بچے جو ہیں زیادہ تر اتنا ویٹ کر لو گے کہ بچے جا کے ہائر ایجوکیشن میں چلے جائیں یا جاب میں چلے جائیں, اس کے بعد پھر جو آپ نے کرنا ہے وہی کرو گے. اور اس کا میں نے سلیکشن دے دیا ہے کہ سارے آپ کے جتنے کوشچن ہوتے ہیں, گو فار دی میرج, وٹ از کالڈ میرج بائی سیپریشن, پہلا کنٹریکٹ ہونا چاہیے. کیونکہ سارے جھگڑے جو ہوتے ہیں وہ انہیریٹنس پہ ہوتے ہیں.
تو
جب آپ نے میرج بائی سیپریشن کیا, جو میرے ماں باپ نے دے دیا میرا ہے, جو تیرے ماں باپ نے دیا تیرا ہے.
اچھا,
تو اس میں جھگڑے کم ہوں گے. پھر وہی رہے گا جو ہم دونوں نے کمایا, جو ہم نے کمایا اس میں بھی جھگڑے کرتے ہیں. وہ تو ڈپینڈ کرتا ہے اپنا پھر آدمی کے اپنی سوچ کے اوپر. میں یہ بلیو کرتا ہوں کہ جب دونوں نے کام, فرض کیا ہسبینڈ نے کیا, بیوی گھر کا سنبھالتی ہے, تو کم سے کم, اور کچھ نہیں ہے, اس کو کم سے کم آپ جس کو کہتے ہو کمفرٹیبل لائف, وہ تو ایشور کرو گے. اگر آپ وہ بھی نہیں ایشور کرتے تو پھر آپ جا کے ہسبینڈ کیا تھے. تو دین یو ڈونٹ بیکم, آئی شوڈ سے, کنزرویٹو آن دیٹ. کہو جی آج میں اگر فرض نہیں کر رہا, میری شادی اگر چلتی رہتی تو ہر چیز کی مالک تو وہی تھی, وہ تو 100% مالک تھی. آج تو میں اتنا دے رہا ہوں. اٹ از, آج ساری چیزیں جاتی ہیں. جب آپ سمجھتے ہو, اب آپ دیکھ لیجیے, آپ بچے ہیں, بچوں کو جا کر کے آپ کے بچے ہوتے ہیں, ان کو پڑھاتے ہو لکھاتے ہو, بعد میں بڑے ہو جاتے ہیں, آپ کی کیئر ہی نہیں کرتی. پھر بھی آپ ان کو دیتے ہو, کیوں دیتے ہو؟ تو اگر ان کو دیتے ہو تو بیوی اس میں کچھ نہیں ہے. پھر اٹ از تھنکنگ. اور میرے بچے جو ہیں, آئی بلیو کہ جب بچہ اڈلٹ ہو جائے, 40-50 کے قریب اون کر دیتا ہے ریسپانسبلٹی, یو گیو دیم وٹ ایور یو وانٹ ٹو گیو اٹ, آل یور ایسیٹس, وٹ اپنے پاس اتنا ہی سارا کو بیگ نہ کرنا پڑے, بٹ یو گیو دیم. اس کا فائدہ کیا ہے؟ اس کا فائدہ کوئی گنوائیں گے, کوئی رکھیں گے, کوئی بڑھائیں گے. اب جس کو جو آپ نے دے دیا, اس نے اس سے جا کر کے ہم کہتے ہیں جی کس لیے کما رہے ہیں؟ بچوں کے لیے. اور آج تو عمر بڑھ گئی ہیں, میں آئی ایم 92, تو میرے بچے تو 60-65 کے قریب ہوں گے, وہ تو بوڑھے ہو گئے. تو میں نے بچوں کے لیے کیا کیا؟ میرے تو گرینڈ چلڈرن ہو گئے. تو ایف آئی ہیو گیون دیم ڈیورنگ دیٹ ٹائم, تو اپنے بچوں کو پڑھا بھی پائیں گے, ان کو لاب بھی دے پائیں گے, جو کچھ کرنا ہے وہ کرتے رہیں گے. دوسری میں آنسر دیتا ہوں, سپوز آئی گیو دیم, وہ کوئی گنوا دیتے ہیں. میں کہتا ہوں اگر میری ڈیتھ ہو گئی ہوتی تو میں دیکھنے آتا, تب بھی تو ان کا حصہ تھا, تو مجھے کیا پرابلم ہے؟ جو کر رہے ہیں کر رہے ہیں. آج میرا ایٹیچیوڈ یہ ہے کہ میرے بچے جو ہیں, آئی نیڈ مائی چلڈرن, They don't need me.
Right, sir.
They are in the young generation. I am old generation. Old में होते हुए मुझे बच्चों की ज़रूरत है, मेरे लव की ज़रूरत है. जब अगर मेरे बच्चों ने अगर फ़ोन भी नहीं किया मेरे बर्थडे पे, आई विल कॉल देम. सुनना क्या, करना क्या है. मैंने उनको फ़ोन कर दिया, फ़ोन करके यही थी है, हाँ जी मैं, अच्छा तुम्हें पता नहीं आज मेरा जन्मदिन है. खत्म हो गया. नहीं तो मैं सारा दिन सोचता रहूँगा, हाँ जी मुझे फ़ोन नहीं किया, ये नहीं किया. एवरीथिंग इज कि आप जाके अपने को चेंज करते हो, यू रिमेन इन हैप्पी लाइफ. अब मैं आपको अपने काम में बताऊँ, ये काम मेरे एक मिनट, मैं अब ये काम करता हूँ, मेरे लिए काम में 1 मिनट की फुर्सत नहीं है. 8 o'clock का स्टार्ट है, भाई 7, वो भी वाइफ ने जिद किया तो 7 बजे खाली हो जाती हैं. लेकिन ये जो भी है, मुझे वाइफ ने कहा कि ये करना है या यही जहाँ आज ये पार्टी है वहाँ जाना है, आई विल लीव एवरीथिंग. वाइफ इज द प्रायोरिटी रादर देन दिस.
राइट.
तो हर चीज़ को आपको ज़िंदगी में जिसको प्रायोरिटाइज करती हो उसी को आप कर पाते हो, बाकी चीज़ें रह जाती है.
तो सर आपकी एक और बुक है, डाइवोर्स इज नो सॉल्यूशन टू हैप्पीनेस.
तो मैंने उसमें कहा है ना,
हाँ,
लाइफ ये इसलिए लिखा गया है कि आप डाइवोर्स के बारे में जानो कि डाइवोर्स जो कर रहे हैं, क्या मेरे पास कोई आंसर है कि मैं इसको बचा पाऊँ. अगर आप समझते हो कि डाइवोर्स इज़ द बेस्ट आंसर, कई सिस्टम होते हैं कि हाँ जी लड़का बुरी आदतों में पड़ जाता है या इतने नुकसान कर बैठता है या दोस्तों के साथ वो करता है, दोज बिकम एक्सट्रीम. अदरवाइज आप ये देखो कि हर जगह मैं एडजस्ट कर सकते हूँ, कांट आई एडजस्ट इन दिस. और अगर आप ये समझते हो कि अल्टीमेटली मैं ही मालिक हूँ, तो फिर झगड़ा क्या. और आदमी, आपको ये भी बता दूँ, जिसको सुन लो अब, कहते हैं दोनों की पर्सनैलिटी, आदमी जो है एक दिलीदी पर्सन, आदमी ए फ्री बर्ड है, आराम करना चाहता है. उसको झंझोला पकड़ के दोगे तो काम करेगा घर में आके, अदरवाइज नहीं करेगा. एंड ही इज ओनली वन साइडेड, जो काम करना है उसी में लगा हुआ है. वाइफ जो है मल्टीफेरियस है और वाइफ इज मोर ऑब्जर्वेंट. आपका कोई दोस्त आ रहा है घर में जिसको उन्होंने कहा, उनको फट पता चल जाएगा या आपका दोस्त जो है ये कैसा है, इसे दोस्ती रखनी है कि नहीं रखनी. और वाइड हम तो खाएंगे पिएंगे मौज करेंगे. तो देसी दी डिफरेंस. अगर वो उस ऑब्जर्वेंस को अगर यूज करें तो आदमी के सारी वीकनेस जान जाती हैं. जब आदमी की वीकनेस जान जाती हैं फिर आदमी को लट्टू की तरह घुमाती हैं.
अच्छा.
लेकिन वो यूज नहीं करती. जब वो यूज नहीं करती वहीं से प्रॉब्लम है.
फॉर एग्जाम्पल सर, अगर आपका जो ये मैरिज काउंसलिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट है और इसमें अगर किसी को काउंसलिंग लेनी है आपसे, तो वो कैसे ले सकता है? फ़ोन से ले सकता है या ईमेल से ले सकता है?
देखो, 2 चीज़ें हैं. काउंसलिंग के लिए पहली चीज़ ये होती है, आप काउंसलिंग लेने के लिए आए हैं, आप क्या पूछने के लिए आए हैं. हैव यू मेक योर सेल्फ योर माइंड के व्हाट यू आर वांट टू आस्क. इफ यू वांट टू आस्क इजी है. अब उसमें आ जाता है कि आई एम हार्ड ऑफ हियरिंग. मैं प्रेफर करूँगा कि आप जा करके मेल भेज दो. जैसे आपने मुझे कोई क्वेश्चन किए, आपने देखा 10 पेज के 8 पेज के मैंने आपको जवाब दिए, ठीक है, प्रिसाइजली आई हैव गिवन यू आंसर. अब आप उसी पे देख लो, आपने क्वेश्चन किए, मैंने आपको भेजा, वेदर यू आर कन्विंस्ड विद द जॉब, यू आर ए प्रोफेशनल पर्सन. इफ यू फील यू आर कन्विंस्ड, तो व्हाई द अदर पर्सन विल नॉट बी कन्विंस्ड. दिस इज वन. Secondly, I say, if you have the time, you come to me anytime.
Okay.
I will put the question, I will give you the reply. Because I have confidence कि जिनको भी मिलता हूँ, किस लेवल के लिखता हूँ या जो मेरा लाइफ का एक्सपीरियंस है या लॉजिक है, तो 90% आई शुड बी. आप करो ना करो आपका जॉब है, बट आई विल बी एबल टू गिव यू द आंसर. उसके 2-3 चीज़ें जाती हैं. Firstly, I believe I am a winner. I never believe کہ میں کہیں رک جاؤں گا. No. Since I am a winner, I go on. Then I see that I am a person of logic. آپ نے بات کی, میرے دماغ میں وہ چلتا جائے گا کہ آپ نے یہ کس پرپز سے کی, کیا آپ کا میننگ تھا. اینڈ آئی ول گیو جس کو بولتے ہیں, کہتے ہیں جواب دینے سے پہلے اپنی زبان کو گھماؤ 3 دفعہ. اس کا پرپز یہی تھا کہ یو آر ریفلیکٹنگ بیفور یو گیونگ دی آنسر. تو وہ تقریباً لائف کا آپ کا ایکسپیرئنس ہوتا ہے, لائف کے آپ کے لاجک ہوتے ہیں, لائف کی آپ کی سکسیس ہوتی ہے. اس کے اوپر آپ جا کے, اب جب میں فرض کیا دفتروں میں کام کرتا تھا, آئی واز اے سبارڈینیٹ. آج میں کیپٹن یہ ایرا وغیرہ, میں آپ کو اگزامپل دیتا ہوں. ایک کیپٹن نے اپنا ہوم ورک نہیں کیا تھا, اس نے جو اب ہوتے ہیں سیکنڈ ان کے, انہوں نے بھیج دیا. آئی واز سٹنگ ان مائی آفس. تو وہ آئے تو جا کے انہوں نے مجھے سلام, میں کھڑے ہو کے ان کو سلام کیا. بعد میں ریئلائز کیا وہ تو ان کے اسسٹنٹ ہیں, میں تو ان کے کیپٹن کا کلی. تو یہ ساری چیزیں جو ہوتی ہیں نا, ساری چیزیں آپ کو کاؤنٹ کرتی ہیں. جب آپ کا ایکسپیرئنس ہو جاتا ہے, آج جو میرا وہ لیول تھا آج میرا لیول ہے, آج میرا لیول چاہے کیپٹن ہے چاہے کچھ ہے, بائی نالج, ایکسپیرئنس اینڈ ادر وائز فائنینشیل.
Very versatile.
تو I have nothing to take from them.
So today we have Mr. Vasudev Lund. He is a marriage guidance new concept founder, and we had a very long and interesting concept about marriage, marriage counseling, and matrimony services. So thank you, sir. Thank you for coming us.
Since I have done this, what I have written, I need this that the people should read it.
Right.
Now reading it or whatever I am doing, that it should expand my ideas and people should take advantage, and the divorces should get reduced.
Right, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for coming up in Tycoon Global Media podcast. And it was a very interesting and very comprehensive discussion we had. And definitely we will look upon more podcasts with you, and we'll try to penetrate these books in our own circle.